Good evening. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it that time. How are we all doing on this fine Wednesday? It's fine. Everything's fine. This is fine. We're all fine. We're all good. How are we doing? Sound off if you're here. I did not put this up with enough notice for a lot of you. I really didn't put this up with a lot of notice for most of you. That's because I wasn't sure whether I was going to stream after all. I said I was going to do it. I said I was going to stream, and then I was like, I'm going to do it. And then as we got closer, I kind of went back and forth. I'm not going to lie. I went back and forth on whether I was going to follow through. But I have, so we're here. Oh, Discord didn't notify everyone. Brilliant. Okay, there we go. I fixed it. Hello, Monkey Mail. Hello, Dunra. Hello, Ace from Space. Joining from the London Underground, signal permitting, so we won't see you for a little bit then. Hello, Shelley. Hello, Cause King. What a week, eh? I'll say right now, the temptation is to fully address the elephant in the room. There's been a lot of addressing the elephant in the room all over the internet, so we're not going to do that here. This is a space for talking about Warhammer stuff, for talking about hobby, for talking about gaming, for talking about the stuff that brings us joy and happiness, alright? Hello, David. So that you don't have to look at a little, at a glass full of hot piss. I've got also so that I don't, gulp my tea whilst I'm talking, I got one of those, disposable but not disposable coffee cup things, which is fine, but I've never used it before until just now, and I have no idea how hot this is going to be. So you might be about to, there's a good chance you're going to bear witness to me absolutely annihilating my mouth here. Oh man, no, straight away, that already feels too hot. I'm going to give that a minute. I might loosen the lid. I think I might loosen the lid. Kurisu, the whole plan is at least twice a week, but I was ill for 3 weeks, so I just couldn't stream, which was garbage. But we're trying to rectify that. Ideally, I want to stream Friday as well. That's what I want to do. Hello, Yusuf. Hello, Just a Jester. I feel like this is the one time where I properly nailed switching from the intro music to the actual stream. And because I made no effort to announce this was happening in advance, hardly anyone was here to see it, which makes me sad. Makes me real sad. Also, I'm pretty sure both Liam and Valrak are live right now, so I get a horrible feeling that we're going to be on the quiet side. We're going to be on the quiet side, and there's not going to be many moons. There's not going to be many moons, and there's probably not going to be many girths either, is my gut feeling.
Time for nonsense. The right kind of nonsense.
Thank you very much, Chris. Yes, this is the place for the right kind of nonsense. We want the right sort of nonsense. Oh, I have news. I have news, by the way. The old night project, it's still go. We're still doing the nights, but because I was ill, I really struggled with assembling stuff. I had the shakes and stuff. It wasn't great. But I made a night, and I put a picture of the night up on the community tab of the channel. I've actually undone the green stuff work, and the two people that were hanging off the night, because I have printed myself some little human batteries. I've printed some. I've finally done it. I've finally printed some human batteries. So Bestiarum Games were kind enough to cut a bunch of their things from one of their Allstein stuff. They were really generous, and they cut a bunch of little horrible guys who are dangling from pipes and stuff. You know what? Shall I just let me get it up? Let me get it up. Let's actually show you. Hello, Inquisitor Media. Zombie isn't here, so we can do without moons. I don't know that that's how that works. I feel like I'd get in trouble regardless. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can find them. There we go. Human batteries .zip. Class. Absolutely class. Okay, I'm going to move that onto the desktop. We can switch over to the slicer to Blueprint Studio. So I just want a new project. Oh, hang on, let's have. There we go. Oh, I forgot I need to do this. Also, I need to uncrop the desktop. There we go. So we need that. We need that. We need that. I want that. One of the standard. Hello, Duke of Silver. How are we doing? Okay, so let's have a couple of hanging. Let's have a laid out. Let's have a crawling. You know, let's have a couple of walking as well, and a sitting. And I'm just going to throw them all in here. Oh my god! Hello, the Master of Stairs. So here's what we've got. Here's what they were super generous, right? They were super generous. They cut these out of existing files. Like, these weren't available as separate things. These were ones that were like attached to vehicles and attached to scenery. And when I talked about how I like really wanted to use this stuff in a knight army, or like I would need to make something similar, they got in touch and they were like, hey, you know what? No, you don't need to. You don't need to make something similar. We will recut these and we'll export them and we'll send it over to you. So super generous of them. They did not have to do this. They did not have to do this. They took existing files, they carved bits out, and then made it available to me, which is so kind of them. But it means that I have some of these horrible little freaks. I have some of these horrible little freaks printed. Like this guy with like the big sort of tube sticking out of his gut and the one sticking out of his head. I've got him. I've got this one with all the stuff wrapped around him. Like, look how cool these are. I love the fact there's ones that are sitting down, there's walking ones. Like, I can join the tubes up with green stuff to the knights. The one that's crawling on the floor is very grim. Very grim. I like it a lot. And this one that's just hanging, I've printed like 5 or 6 of those. They're just great. They're great. They're great sort of... they're great little models, and they're going to be hanging off my knights as a way of like powering them. Hello, Matt Molin. Hello, Jet Hunt. How you doing? Yeah, I'm so happy that they like cut these out so that I could print them for my knights. Which are technically loyalist knights, but they're sort of not really. They're technically loyal, but they're on a horrible world where everything's falling apart and they've got no way of leaving, so they're just utilising the population to power their war engines, which is, I don't know, it's going to be very fun. It's going to be very fun to put together and very fun to convert and create some horrible monstrosities. And because I've got quite a few of these printed, that means I can finish off my little knight, because I'm using the small knight as like a proof of concept, and then if it works out, we'll start assembling the big ones. But yeah, Bestiarum miniatures, man, they're great. Bestiarum games, sorry. I think I think maybe they used it interchangeably. Either way, they're brilliant. They're super helpful, super supportive, and yeah, they've let me use a bunch of little human batteries. So good. Oh god, it's still so hot. This is going to take ages. I'm going to die of like well, I've got just water that I can drink. But I was really hoping that this would not melt my face. I'm just going to take the lid off for a bit. I want to drink the tea because it helps my throat. Yes, Daily Okami. I think I'm going to start doing like hobby streams again. I'm kind of struggling with hobby motivation at the moment. I'm sort of a bit up and down on stuff. It's taking me quite a while to build up the sort of enthusiasm to paint things. Maybe if I'm just like, okay, we're going to stream painting, that'll make me actually go for it, you know? I'm not going to lie, I was kind of hoping for some sort of model reveal today, but we didn't have one. What do you think we're going to get tomorrow? There's a question. Are we going to get any Heresy Thursday stuff tomorrow? Did we even have any last week? I don't know that we did. I can't remember. If it was, I don't think it was anything, like, mind-blowing. I've honestly barely played 10th edition. I've played way more Age of Sigmar than I have 40k, which it still feels weird to say because the channel started out being mainly 40k, but yeah, I just have found it's just not really grabbed me, you know? It's just not grabbed me as much. Which then, that affects how much you want to paint and build, doesn't it? Oh, Ace from Space is back. Welcome back. Yeah, I've enjoyed AOS a lot, but I've just not felt like hugely compelled to play loads of 40k, you know? Which is kind of a shame. I did play it a bit more for a while there, and then I just sort of fell off it a bit more again. Which I think is just like... I think there's an element of like natural life cycle to that. I think it's fair to say that, not everyone just plays consistently and constantly. But it's become very up and down for me. Did they ever release Slanesh models on a weekly Thursday and call it Thirsty Thursdays? I mean, they should, Shelley. That's an excellent idea. They absolutely should. Just joined, so not sure if this counts, but I used four Chaos Cerastus Knight Lancers. It's great for the vehicle meta at the moment when you get the first turn. Good grief. I mean, to be honest, that's something I'd do. It's something I do. Yeah, I mean, I feel like quite a lot of Games Workshop games are like that, Stetson, where it's just like, how do you get started if no one around you is also already playing? Oh yeah, they did a rumor engine. What is it? Let's have a look. Hang on. Oh no, wrong button. Yeah, I mean that's definitely some sort of death one, isn't it? I mean, it looks like a cloak, armor. That looks like a vampire to me. The pauldron shape's wrong for being a space marine. I think that's probably a vampire. They're all corn based, so just charge in turn one. I mean, I approve. It sounds like a silly idea, but it seems like it's working. So. That's a good segue into the actual topic. I want to hear them. Let's go. What's your worst idea? What's your worst idea, gang, that actually worked in the end? That you were like, this is stupid, but at least it might be fun, and then it turns out it was actually totally viable all along. Cult trying to cult character or something? Maybe. Feels very vampiric. Using a Warlord Titan head as a mace for a Chaos Knight of Khorne. I mean, that sounds genius. Like, that feels like something... Although, you know what? I can see why you would initially be like, I don't know that this is a good idea. I think I can see that. I think I can... Because that feels like something where you kind of go... it's going to be expensive and it's going to look... It might not look right. But then again, some of those ideas are the best ones. How much is a Warlord head? And did you use an actual Warlord head, or did you get a printed one? There's a question. I had a load of goblin legs left over from Wolf Riders and beret heads left over from Scions, so I made a platoon of buff rattling snipers. That's genius. That's a great idea. I really like that. Buff... Specifically buff rattling snipers. Full Poxwalker army. Couldn't play it anymore. So made it guard. Now I've got a full guard army of zombies with guns. I mean, what is it? Improvise, adapt, overcome. I mean, to be fair, Necroprince, yes. It's still a great idea, and when it comes to just, you know, grabbing a part for something like that, printed makes a lot of sense. Hello, Synergy. Oh, God, you know what I've just realised? I was going to do what everyone else does and put a member goal up. I keep being told off by friends who also stream, who are like, why don't you do that? It actively reminds people that that's an option. And I just forgot again. Genius. Awesome. Great. Well, I'm not doing it now. It's too late. We've already started, so whatever. I mean, you can get a full moon or a girth gang if you do that. If you either gift a membership or become a member. So if you don't know what that means, the way to find out is to do it, and then you'll be able to pick one, and then you'll know what it is. And if you don't know what it is already, that will then be more confusing as opposed to less confusing, because then it'll be like, what the hell did I just watch, and why does it exist in the first place? And then we get to do the whole thing of explaining where it came from. I'm not selling it, am I? Really? It would also mean that my YouTube dashboard would stop showing me grey arrows. That would be nice, but that's another matter entirely. I had the idea to make an inner circle blade guard veteran. When I built it, I loved it so much, even though I thought it would look bad. Now I have 48 blade guard vets. That's commitment. That is commitment to the blade guard veterans. I support that 100%. Had an orc army with much random shooting as possible. That's, I mean, that's half the fun of orcs. Yeah, Games Workshop made them less random, which sucks. Closest is blindly kit bashing some sets without testing to see if the idea or pieces even worked. Helps that it was the Belial model and ICC? Oh, sorry. Yeah, Inner Circle chat companions. Just for a second there, I got very confused. Have a Necron sitting in the Architect's hatch of a rhino. Why, though? All Nurglings again. All Nurglings, very popular. Very popular, all Nurglings. I mean, to be fair, I can kind of see why. Member goal, Return of Barry. Oh, if only. Sternguard do look decent, Wolf. I do like Sternguard. Made one, then more. Now I've got 80. Oh my god. Absolutely committing. I want to make a Slaves to Darkness Chaos Lord, but it's kind of like a centaur using the Sphinx body. That's a really good idea. You should definitely do that. I'm afraid links aren't allowed in the chat, Necro, just in case, because people have tried stuff in the past. It's not happening. Blade Guard out of a Mark III Command Squad. That sounds like... That actually sounds... I mean, the Mark III Command Squad looks solid, so... What do you reckon? If we get 50 members, then we make the meat pocket clip. Does that sound? What do you reckon, Chris? Chris, do you reckon that's? Do you reckon
I
that's?
play 40k probably 2 or 3 times a year with friends. Painting and lore always my main loves. More immersive scenery would help make games more fun.
I totally agree, Ace. Thank you very much for the 5. Yeah, I just don't play as much as I used to, but I still thoroughly love building armies, and then I like using them. But I get more satisfaction from just seeing them on the table than winning anything with them. Lynx are good cats, I'll give you that, David. Diamond Clone, if you are in the Discord, you could drop Tony the Tiger into the stream chat. As a member on the channel, you do have access to the Discord. If you go to perks, you should be able to find it there. Bought 2 Defilers to make the AdMech transports into walkers. I mean, that's a good use of those. And I really thought they were going to do some sort of like weird walker for the transports. And then we got the weird D-Day landing craft, which I'm still not sure whether I'm like a fan of or not. I go back and forth. It's one of those ones where every now and again I'm like, no, it is okay. And then I'm like, no, it's not okay. No, it's alright. Oh, no, is it though? What? Just... There he is. There's Tony. Oh, God. Worst army idea was reading the Guard Codex and taking the words infantry regiment literally. Oh, no. So you've got like 1,000 guys. Last time I wrote the army list out, which took all day, it came to 12,037 points. Shelley, that is mental. Like, I'm very impressed, but that feels like insanity. Really cool insanity, but insanity nonetheless. Oh, that's still very hot. Oh, it's still so hot. Ow. Oh, God, I've actually burnt my mouth. Jesus. Oh, I've really burnt my mouth. I'm going to have to take the bloody lid off again. Oh, no, I'm not going to get to drink this tea. I was like, I'm going to not put it in a cup because it means it'll last longer. I'll put it in the flask. It just means I'm never going to get to drink it. It's going to be molten forever. It's been half an hour. Ow. Next kit bash idea is going to be putting the minigun from my night kit on a dreadnought. Oh, been there. Been there, done that. I've absolutely already done that myself. Let me see if I can find a picture. I know I'll put a picture on Reddit. I'll have to go back and see if I can find it. Oh my God, I've absolutely burnt the skin off the inside of my mouth. Ow. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. It's on Imgur. This is what I did. This is what I did, right? There we go. I took the gun from one dreadnought and put it on a smaller dreadnought, and I took the gun from a knight and put it on a bigger dreadnought. I mean, I think it works. I think it works, and I 100% would make this all over again. If anything, it'd be easier now because the Brutalis Dreadnought exists. It's just cool. Like, it just is. I'm sorry, but it just is. It's cool. Oh man, I do kind of want to make that again now. I need to not look at older kit bashes because it makes me want to do them again, but better. And I don't need to do this again. There's no point. I've done it once. Why bother? Like, what am I gaining from making the exact same kit bash a second time? I don't know. So hang on, Mike. Mike, are you? When you said it'll be ready for next stream, are you talking about trying to get a meat pocket clip made? A nurgling with a small bowl of spaghetti. Synergy, why? What have I missed? Why? Oh, hang on. So, wait. So, Shelley, 12,000 points of guys equates to 1/5 of an infantry regiment. God damn. Yeah, you need to be loaded. Absolutely loaded. For a full one. That's... Oh, the tea. Yeah, I mean, probably. At this rate, I'm not going to get to drink it. It's just going to sit here, like, gloating at me. I should have just put it in a normal glass. Oh well. And now I've learnt my lesson. I'll make it 4 hours before the stream starts. The ultimate kit bash would be to do a great unclean one Russian doll. That, I mean, yeah. That would be excellent. Hello, Witch Doctor. Wait, what's the spins? The spins doesn't sound fun. What's the spins? That's giving me lyrics for a Mac Miller song. I googled it and I've just got a Mac Miller song. I'm assuming that's not the cause of having to come home from work. You know what? Synergy? I reckon you could totally print that. Do the big one, the medium one, the little one. You could totally get away with that. Oh, I see. Well, that sucks. I'm sorry you're having to deal with that, Witch Doctor. Hopefully that clears up sooner rather than later. Never heard it referred to as that. Look, I'll make the meat pocket clip, but I'm not making it for nothing, alright? The Girth Gang clip was made because there was an agreement. 50 gifted subs, members, not subs, I keep saying subs, that's Twitch. I've like streamed on Twitch for literally years. 50 gifted members got the Girth Gang clip made. Again, 50 gets the meat pocket clip made. And the meat pocket one's going to be way worse because I think the idea of having like an array of like coat open taking meat from the inside pocket would be really funny. But it would be gross. Like absolutely gross. It'd be gross to film. The aftermath would be atrocious because I mean, it'd also be relatively expensive because I'm not going to reuse the meat that's been in the pocket, you know? Plus, I don't know how would you intro a meat pocket clip? How would you intro that? I feel like, would it just be like a super close-up? A super close-up and just, do you want some meat? And then it cuts to just opening the jacket, removing the meat from the pocket. Well, this is the thing. Is the pocket itself made of meat? This is the thing. I feel like that would be the most correct way of doing it, but I don't know how to incorporate that into an actual garment. You know? We get like there's a chance of going too deep into the joke and making just an absolute nightmare for myself. Flip a carriage and overlord boat upside down, put Skitarii Walker legs under it, and a knight on top to make a lobster knight. I mean, that's hilarious. Yes, do that. Do that. Lord of Skulls from scratch. Bits and green stuff. That sounds kind of fun. A lot of work, though. Well, this is the other thing, right, Mike? It being a pocket made of meat, there is potential there for being demonetized, which would be an issue. I got the TT combat ship and started building it to turn into a witch hunter ship, then make a Skaven steamer ship, and so on until I have a boat for each of the Mordheim teams to fight on. That sounds awesome, Daniel. I started a 3-headed Helldrake on a building. I've got a 2-headed Terrorgeist up there. I 100% approve of a 3-headed Helldrake. Intro with a big coat asking you on what I'm selling. I mean, that is also a way of doing it. My little sister once said that Des Lynam always looked like he was about to say meat. No other words, just meat. That's alarmingly specific. That's alarmingly specific. I don't know why that's freaking me out, but it kind of is. You're right, Rich. I mean, just getting plastic food would be cheaper and cleaner. But I feel like if I'm going to do it, I would commit to the bit. Like, I would fully commit to it. I would want to commit to it. But again, not for nothing. If I'm going to keep making horrendous clips of myself acting like a fucking idiot, then I want to get something out of it. Being totally upfront, I'm not above acting like a twat, but at the very least, I would prefer there to be some sort of justifiable reason. What is a beef stick, Diamond Clone? I need to know what a beef stick is. I don't know what a beef stick is. I don't know why, but the word beef stick is kind of alarming. But I couldn't really tell you why that is. Beef sticks and meat pockets. Stick your beef stick into that meat pocket. It's just not nice. It's just not nice, you know? It's just not great. It's a type of crisp. It's not a type of crisp, Synergy. I refuse to believe that. I'm going to Google beef stick, and then if I get... Oh, it's jerky. Okay. Alright, that makes sense. I mean, that makes sense, I guess. That does make sense. I don't know why I didn't think that it would be that. Anything other than that now in context. Because jerky is basically just like a stick of meat anyway, isn't it? Okay. What's the difference between biltong and jerky? Is it the same thing? Okay, it's not the same thing. All right, I take it back. This is also not helping. It's like a Slim Jim. I don't know what a Slim Jim is. Is that something we have in the UK? Well, I'm guessing now that Slim Jim is beef jerky, but like, I don't think that's an English thing.
Meat Pocket should be sang in the same tone and intonation as the Green Giant jingle.
That's genius. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Chris. I 100% agree. Synergy, I will sell you some audio of me saying Meat Pocket in a creepy way. I've got leverage here, alright? I don't often have leverage. I've got a product, and it's in high demand. And by high demand, I mean one person asked for it, which is more than most other things that are going on. I'm going to burn my mouth again now. Yeah, I think I still burnt my mouth. But I think I wrecked it so badly beforehand that now it just doesn't matter. You know what, Chris? Now I just keep hearing Meat Pocket, and that's going to really mess up my evening. No, we didn't have Macho Man Randy Savage yelling snap into a Slim Jim. We didn't have that. We were robbed. It's like a cultural graveyard over here. Instead, oh my god, okay. I've got to find this. It's so funny. It's so bad. I'm already laughing. I'm already laughing about this. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Why is the next recommended thing Grindelwald versus Dumbledore? What? I've never been interested in something less. Okay, biltong is a type of journey you wet marinate biltong before drying it. Interesting. Okay, here we go. This is my favourite. This is my new favourite thing. It's utterly demented. It's insane. It's insane. This is like horror show stuff. I'm going to mute my mic for a sec so that it doesn't clip into it. Oh my god.
Got what it takes, my wife. Got friends round. Got roast pork for lunch. Plenty of taste, British pork. Real value for money. Fred's got plenty. Arthur's got plenty. We've all got plenty. Plenty to go round. My wife's got what it takes.
British pork. What's it got? It's got the lot.
What?
Got pork for lunch on Sunday?
What the hell? It's so weird. It's so weird. Like, that was an actual advert that aired on British TV. Arthur's got plenty. It's the bit about it. It's the stuff about his wife. What has that got to do with anything? What has that got to do with anything? What he's like, my wife's got what it takes. What are you talking about? Why are you talking about your wife in the context of serving British pork? What? I really want to do a... It's so much work and there's no point because no one will ever see it. I really want to do a cut where it's him talking about how his wife's got what it takes, how Arthur's got plenty, how the other kids got plenty, and how like there's plenty to go around. But I want to like cut in those scenes from the road where the guy and the kid find that house and there's people being kept in the basement to have stuff cut off them. I want to splice them together so that it looks like they're eating a meal upstairs whilst the guy and the kid are discovering where the British pork comes from. It's so weird. It's so weird. I've been obsessed with it. I'd never seen it before until a few weeks ago, and I'm absolutely obsessed with that advert now. Every now and again, I will be minding my own business, and I will just think to myself, she's got what it takes, my wife. It's just mental. Absolutely mental. He is feeding his family synergy, but he's clearly feeding his family another person. Like, that is some psychopath shit. The pork cultist. Hello, Blitzblade. Please tell me you joined just as we were watching that. Hello, Autumn. Did you miss the pork advert, Autumn? Do you want to see a pork advert? Can I interest you in a pork advert? I know, like, the whole thing is so sinister and weird. She gives him a right look, but then again you would, because your husband's like, my wife's got what it takes, whilst he's serving meat to his friends. Like, what are you talking about? And yeah, I mean, she did cook it, but is that still an appropriate comment to make at the dinner table? To the people who are eating the meat? You know why you're enjoying this pork? Because my wife's got what it takes. You missed the pork ad. Oh, right, well, there we go. Look, I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. If someone says they missed the pork ad, they get the pork ad.
Got what it takes, my wife. Got friends round. Got roast pork for lunch. Plenty of taste, British pork. Real value for money. Fred's got plenty. Arthur's got plenty.
Arthur's
We've
got
all
plenty.
got plenty. Plenty to go round. My wife's got what it takes.
British pork. What's it got? It's got the lot.
Got pork for lunch on Sunday?
Oh my god. Every time it makes me laugh. Every time. His wife isn't at the table, she's on it. Yeah, that woman isn't his wife. That woman is his new wife. His old wife is being served to Fred and Arthur, who have got plenty. Hello, Dead Silverborn. Hello, Prince of Brass. Yeah, it's mental. It's so good. And it was an actual advert that aired in the UK in 1984. His wife is missing a leg. Yeah, you can't see under the table. You're like, you know. You know what, Synergy? Genuinely, if you want to do a Necromunda version of that ad for the Corpse Grinder cult, please send me something so that I can read it out for it. Because I've had similar ideas ever since I saw it, but I don't really know what I would do with it. It's just so grim. He's so serious. It's the least, fun advert I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, that's exactly it, Shelley. It's the grim intensity that he brings to every line. I mean, yeah. Why aren't you serving pork? British pork? There's plenty to go around. There's plenty. You should be eating pork. Why aren't you eating pork? We've got loads of British pork. Fred's got plenty. Arthur's got plenty. Buy some pork! It's basically that. It's but worse, because somehow he's, weirdly being sort of innuendo-ish about his wife in the process. Absolutely mental. He's got corpse. She's got corpse. We all have corpse. Send it over Discord, Synergy. Also, Meat Pocket. There you go. I gave it away for free. I hope you appreciate that. I was gonna hold out for was going to hold out for something, for a gift of some kind, but no. I didn't really focus on what I was saying when I was ranting about pork. Should that be a clip? Should that be a clip? If someone gives a membership, they can pick between Full Moon, Girth Gang, or British pork. Like what? That one would be even worse than the others. Oh yeah, go back to this random Wednesday stream that I failed to announce. So, the turnout was low. Where we watched the advert about British pork from... in 1984, which is before I was even born. So, you know... The pork grinders cult. Oh my god. Have them all dressed in, like, clothes from that advert. Give them, like, a beige jumper. And shit. I was going to say your wacky Warhammer projects, but now thinking about the pork grinders cult. I mean, Autumn, look. The pork advert sullies everything it touches. It sullies everything it touches. I read a little while ago that KIAs from Waterloo were ground up to be used as fertiliser on British farms. Oh, wow. You know that's what that guy uses in his garden. You know that's... My wife just walked in as he said meat pocket right up to the mic, and I had to explain. I'm not sure she's impressed. Sorry about that. British corpse starch. You know what? I might clip out that. I'm recording this whole thing anyway. I might take that clip of ranting about pork and just put it on the channel and just be like, this is what you're missing when you don't watch my streams. That might permanently put a lot of people off, but I think it might be worth it. I printed out some Mrs. Lovett's meat pies posters for my Mordheim board. That's class. I like that. The pork sort is my new chapter. Nice. Daniel, to join the Discord, you have to be a channel member. This keeps it free of unsavoury types. There's like a $2 a month / £2 a month tier, which is it's just essentially a barrier to entry to keep it nice, and it's a nice place right now. It's calm, it's chilled out, lots of lovely people, and I want it to stay that way. So that's why I keep the Discord relatively locked down. Reminds me when I used to live in Tamworth, and every time I used to visit my family in Lichfield, and I used to drive past Packington Pork. Nice. I quite like Lichfield. Lichfield's nice. I don't think I've really been to Tamworth, though. I live in a similar part of the world, so... Yeah, Valrak 40k rooms or pork rants. Which do you want? You gotta pick one. It's almost like one of those is more guaranteed to draw in the punters than the other or something. Yo, Grimnar, Keith, but look, we're just talking about British pork. Alright? It's great value for money. There's plenty to go around. Fred's got plenty. Arthur's got plenty. Plenty to go around. My wife's got what it takes. Also, at some point, my wife is going to hear of this, and she's going to get angry at me for repeatedly saying my wife's got what it takes. Pork Rant would be a good chaos cult name. The Pork Rants. Yeah, I know. I'm there. I'm there with you. I mean, Synergy. Look, you're in it because you paid up. That's how that works. Same with you, Just a Jester. You're going to have some British pork, Anthony. This is going to become a thing now. This is going to become a thing. It's going to become an actual thing. And I don't know if I'm happy about that or not. Oh, the meat pockets. Does that mean you missed the pork advert? I'm literally just angling for playing the pork advert again. I'm not kidding. I've just been obsessed with it. Like, absolutely obsessed to an absurd angle. Yes, Autumn. Yes, the recruitment slogan. Do you think you have what it takes? Love that. Now I want to see that on some scenery. You can either do it via Patreon or via becoming a member on YouTube, David. Both of them work. Buy British pork meat pockets. I mean, there's so many poster and t-shirt ideas. I wonder if this is. See, I'm having like merch ideas now, but for a stream that hardly anyone is watching. Like, it's not going to make any sense to anyone. But I really want to get some art of a corpse grinder, like cutting into some pork with just she's got what it takes, like above it and below it. So, or like just either in kind of a like there and there, or just at the top or underneath. But it wouldn't mean anything to anyone. It wouldn't mean anything. It would just be like, what the fuck is this? What is this? Why are you selling this? It's stupid. And I would have to be like, alright, you need to go to this stream at about the 45-minute mark. That's where we really get into the pork advert stuff. And that's what you need to really look for. That'll explain all of it. Except it won't, because you know, it's just drivel. It's just absolute drivel. It is. That Lick My Dice t-shirt, funnily enough, did not sell very well. But then why would it? It was niche as hell. It also looked like shit, which was my fault, really. But the thing is, that sort of thing genuinely makes me laugh. I don't know what my problem is. I find things funnier the more like obscure it is, and the less rooted in something recognizable, the funnier it is. The more it's repeated, the more the joke is like, okay, we got it the first time, and then it repeats again, the funnier I find it. Which doesn't work for coming up with merch ideas based off live streams, you know? It doesn't work in this context. Because who would look at a t-shirt of a corpse grinder carving some pork? Who would look at that with just the words, she's got what it takes, and think, hell yes, what a great product? No one would. No one would do it. They would just be like, I don't know what this is, and I'm not going to support it. And they'd be right. That's the thing. I couldn't even argue. I'd be like, it's fair. It's absolutely fair. Why would you buy that? It's stupid. It's just absolutely terrible. Oh dear. Need to find a way to make it into a successful painting method. And you, oh, that's true. I mean, slap chop. I mean, it's halfway towards pork chop anyway. So maybe there's a way to leverage that. Thank you very much, Peter Jones. Well, that's the thing, Hyperoptic. If they don't know, they don't have what it takes. They don't have what it takes. Their wife doesn't have what it takes. And they don't have plenty to go round. So they've failed on all three counts. This is how we weed them out. This is how we weed the weak out of the herd. It's not the people who come to talk about Warhammer. It's the people who stay to hear about pork. Those are the ones that we need to focus on. Those are the ones who are going to lead us into the future. Take it to the logical conclusion. Pork slap. I think you're on something there, look out. I think you've got something there. I think you absolutely nailed it. I need to invent the pork slap. The director's note to the actor was as follows. Alright, I want you to play this as if your trial has just ended and you've been found not guilty due to a mistrial. Oh, God. Yeah, we're going to move through all the products, Mike. We've done British pork. We'll do spam. Danish bacon. That's... Oh, my God. It's so good. It's so good. I feel like the comments on the VOD for this are going to be full of what the hell is wrong with you. Hello, Regulator. How you doing? Oh, I can finally drink my tea fairly consistently. That's nice. Art of a Great Unclean one, but it's got the head of a pig. But still put, I keep my pork in the meat pocket. That would work. That would totally work. But again, it's not marketable. It's just not. It's just not marketable. Also, I'm just going to say now, it would be incredibly funny to me if the VOD for this stream got copyright claimed for the 1984 British pork advert. That would be very funny. I wouldn't even be mad. I would just find it hilarious. There's got to be a story behind this. 1984 British pork advert. What even is this stream at this point? Just absolutely... terrible. Okay. I'm like, I've Googled it because I have to know. I have to know, but there's no information. A bacon belt? I mean, that sounds pretty good. Venison is close to pork, sure. Baltimore? No. Not that I know of, Mike. I haven't seen anything recently. Let me have a look on Twitter quickly. Blech. The Garbo site. Let me have a quick check. I'm pretty sure his channel was removed on YouTube, which is technically good. So, as of 2 hours ago... Is the channel gone? Yeah, okay, so the channel's gone. So that's actually a good start. And Baltimore has said that he's in touch with YouTube. Markiplier and a few other people have helped. Oh yeah, of course, he does the intro to the Distractable podcast, doesn't he? I always forget about that. That's a quality gig he's got there. That's awesome. Thoroughly deserved as well. Baltimore's lovely, so I really hope it does get sorted out soon. So yeah, his channel is currently gone, but that just means that they have removed all the spam and crap, and hopefully they'll be restoring it now. That's how they usually do it. Been thinking about homebrewing an army inspired by Godzilla flicks and one-page rules. Oh, that's fun. No, that's a cool idea, Marco. I like that. 3D modelling bunny ears onto a Daughters of the spearhead. I mean, definitely. You should definitely do that, 100%. Came for the tabletop mini discussions, stayed for the pork. Now that's a t-shirt. That is a t-shirt. Maybe that's the one we go for. Oh God. See, you don't get this anywhere else. You don't get this anywhere else. You don't get this from Valrak or Mikey or Liam or Vanguard Tactics or tabletop tabletop tactics or like you just don't get it. You just don't get it. You don't get it from anyone else. You only get it here. You only get it here. Hard hitting pork advert journalism. Currently creating a Skaven hamster wheel army out of old sprues and random bits. That's genius, and I love it. I'm getting sick of the sexy Tyranids I keep seeing. Where are you getting... I don't want to know. I genuinely don't want to know, I don't think. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. There's no way. There's no way this is true. There's no way this is true, gang. What is this? This is 100% Google AI being awful. What? I'm sorry. Tom York was the guy in the 1984 British pork advert. No, he was not. No, he was not. That is clearly not true, is it? That's clearly not true. Tom York was not in that advert that we watched, was he? What are you talking about? I hate this. I hate it. I absolutely hate that this is a thing. Like, it's just not true, is it? What the hell? Oh yeah, he had a good side gig. Being a... Like, what part did he even play? Performed by... Is this because some... I just don't even know where to start with that. I don't even know where to start with that. Was he one of the kids? He might have been one of the kids. Wait, no. He definitely wasn't, was he? He definitely wasn't. Was he? Oh God! Now I need to find out if he was one of the kids. What if he was one of the? What if he was one of the kids? How random would that be? Oh yeah, okay. Here we go. It's literally someone on Twitter did like a vocal cover of it, pretending to be Tom York. But to Google, that means that he is the guy from the advert. Well done. Well done, generative AI, you absolute piece of shit. Utterly useless. He was the pork. Oh God. Oh no. Oh, he's done well. He's done well, the lad, to come back from that, hasn't he? Oh my God. He's done well to come back from that. To think once he was a piece of pork on a table. Now he's one of the most renowned singers of all time. Oh my God. Oh. Oh God, I need to hang on, I need to put my nose. I'm dying here. Right, sorry about that. Wow. They're using nuclear reactors to keep powering this shit shut. You know what, Dad? I don't really know where we go from here. I don't know where we go from here. I think maybe this might have come to an early but natural conclusion. I'm not going to lie. I don't even know what the last half an hour has been. It's not been good. I can tell you that much. Oh. Also, I really coughed very badly there, and now my throat hurts. You can tell because I've like all the life's gone out of it. It's all just like gravelly and horrible now. Yeah, I can't breathe. Wait, you don't know who Tom York is? That's just depressing. That's just outright depressing, that. Wait, Synergy, were we not friends on Discord? How is that possible? Okay, you know what? I will get that to you as soon as I can. I'll get that to you as soon as I can, Synergy. That's very funny. That is very funny. Just voice file, yeah? Oh, the generative AI on Google. Buying multiple reactors just to keep powering out. Oh, Jesus. Oh, well. Sadly, not much we can do about them. They seem to be here to stay. Oh. Oh. Oh, man. You know what? This is the first stream. I think this is the first stream that we've done for literally months and months where we've had no new members. That's kind of sad. That's a bit depressing. I'm not going to lie. I haven't been off for 3 weeks. This is the thing that it's really being reinforced to me. You just can't take the time. You just can't take the time off, even if you're ill. Kind of sucks. YouTube, in many ways. Very fun in other ways, don't get me wrong. Very fun. When it's going well, it goes well. But as soon as you take some time off, Jesus Christ. Full pin-up Eldar army. Oh, Lord. I can already just... I think I've seen a lot of pin-up stuff on my mini factory at this point. I feel like I could probably get an idea of it. Daftest idea, kitbash a high elf dragon wyvern and an orc war boss into a savage orc wyvern rider, where the big boss is tied underneath the wyvern glider style, screaming incoherently. That is class. That is a class idea. I love that. Love it. Absolutely love that. Thank you very much, David. Welcome in. Oh, look out, Toast with the 5. Thank you so much. And thank you, Mike, as well. Thank you. I'm surprised you haven't seen my army, but trust me, it's worse than you imagine. Wow. 4 moons and a girth. Okay, you got it. Right, tell you what. David, what do you want? Or do you want to wait until you've seen what's on offer before deciding whether you want a moon or a girth? And Mike, don't forget to say what you want as well. Tell you what, we'll start out with Toast. Then you can make your choice, David, based off what you see. You might be like, oh god, no, none of them. But let's go for it. So, 4 moons. 4 moons! 4 moons! The goddamn Lehman Russ face gets me every time. Every time. And a girth.
Go.
Right. What would you like? What would you what would you like, Mike? And David, now you've seen what's on offer. Just say the word. You can receive a moon or a girth. It's up to you. Meat pocket is back on the menu. It is. It's back on the menu. Okay, Lil Goth, what have you sent me? Oh, sweet baby Jesus! I can't even put that on the stream. I can't even put it on the stream. Like, I can't show that. I'll get demonetized. That is horrific. What is wrong with humanity? A full moon?
Full moon.
There you go.
Go.
I'm thinking I might just make a commitment that, like, every time we get 50 new members in a single stream, I will just make another clip to play. I mean, the thing is, it's going to get increasingly stupid, but if it's going to do it, we may as well just do it. Thank you very much for the memberships, guys. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I need to do a mahogany staircase one. I feel like I need to get a green screen, and I need to walk up a mahogany staircase. Visit a stately home, have someone film me walking up a random staircase, but then that's not even funny. What even is that? What is it? What would that even be? Here's a clip of me walking up a random staircase. Ooh, great. I mean, do we just make the advert a reward for, like, if you gift 10, then you get the advert? But then what? I haven't even made the advert. It would just be the most random nonsense of just, here's a random advert from 1984 for British pork. I mean, what would it mean? Although then again, I'm saying it out loud. That would make me laugh every time. I would find that funny every single time. If someone was like, here's 10 gifted memberships, and the immediate response was to interrupt whatever we were watching to watch the British pork advert, it would be the funniest thing I've ever seen every single time I did it. So now I'm just like, well, maybe that would be quite funny. But only to me. This is the thing, it's only funny to me, which means it's not a good idea. I did it. I finished my tea. I did it. Okay. The review's in for this cheap as anything unbranded coffee cup thing that I bought. It's good. It keeps your stuff hot. There you go. Bet you never thought you'd see me review something that thoroughly, did you? The room smells of pork and rich mahogany. I mean, that sounds like something that could be... It could be like part of an audio description. As they enter, they note that the room smells of pork and rich mahogany. That sort of thing. Very audio book. Or maybe just cut down the British pork clip. Just have him say, just have him say, my wife, great value for money. Just cut it down to that. Change the context a bit, reorder it. But again, wouldn't mean anything, so why do it? just the end about his, just the God it takes, just that bit, just the bit about his wife and nothing else. Again, that would be really funny. I'm absolutely going to cut parts of this up to make a video out of, and it's not going to mean anything to anyone, but it will make me laugh, and that's the important bit. The hidden law is that these forced them to eat nothing but British pork since last Sunday. There used to be 3 sons. There was Fred, Arthur. There was also George, but you don't see George anymore, do you? You don't see George anymore, not since last Sunday. But weirdly, the amount of pork on the table has never gone down. But where is George? We just don't know. We don't know. Get one of them. David, that's honestly hilarious. I wonder if I could get... Oh, I don't know why, but the idea of Oculus Imperia just flat out reading that advert in his lovely voice is hilarious to me. You know what? If he would be up for that, that would be so good. That would be so good. Oh my god. Maybe we need to set up like an intermission. Every stream we just play the advert at least once. It's just, again, this is the problem with all of this. That sort of thing, always funny to me. Everyone else, bored of it instantly. Lucy, I don't think... I don't know, maybe Lucien would. Oh. See you later, regulator. Oh, rhymes, that idiot. I have got multiple missed calls, but I haven't looked who from. Give me one moment, gang. Just give me a sec. Okay, alright. Play it on a loop instead of the whole screen every time I go to be right back. Oh, you could absolutely like bait and switch. You get that for a second, and then it fades into the advert. So it's like, oh well, this is normal, but then no, every time it's British pork, hidden pork. I mean, imagine if British pork sponsored the stream. British pork is still a thing. That's the thing as well. That advert, it didn't say like, was it just any British pork is fine, or was there a specific like manufacturer of pork? I don't know. Just mad and brilliant. Okay, gang, I think different people reading it each time would be very funny. All you're doing is reinforcing that this is actually a brilliant idea, even though I'm trying to sort myself out of it. That's all you're doing here, David. I'm just pointing it out. You're making it worse. You're making it worse for all of you. You're making it funnier for me, but worse for everyone else. Okay, gang, I'm gonna have to cut this a little bit short. I have a worrying number of missed calls from my mother, so I want to make sure everything's okay, because normally you get one, and then if I don't pick up, I either get a message or I get nothing, but I'm getting no messages, but I'm getting repeated calls, and I want to make sure that everything's okay. So I'm aiming to stream again Friday morning. That's the goal, that's the hope, that's what I want to do. So yeah, that's what I'm going to try and go for. Stream Friday morning. There'll be a video tomorrow of some kind. I don't know what it'll be just yet. we'll see what happens. There might be something like later on tonight. I might cut something out of this stream just to make that stupid "this is what you're missing" thing. If you don't see that, it's because it didn't work. But I might do it anyway. Just give it a go. And at some point there'll be a video on Synergy's channel where I've done the voiceover. So there you go. You can look out for that as well. Thank you very much for joining me. Next time I'll give you more warning. Thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you so much for all the new members as well. 0 to 7, I'll take that. That was very kind of you all. Thank you very much to those of you who joined or gifted memberships. Thank you again for the super chats. I'm going to go and find out if everything's okay, because I'm a little bit worried, but we'll see what happens. And I will see you for videos Thursday, Friday, and a stream on Friday as well, with any luck. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you then.